able to link them with financiers, and we are also able to get them to compete at the regional and international level. Lastly, we have the prestigious Green Award, and this, I guess, is the reason we are here. When it comes to the prestigious Green Award, the reason why it is important to us, and I guess that is why it is mentioned in MCA, is that there are two ways in which you can manage the environment, especially conservation. You can either do it through enforcement by creating laws, or you can help people voluntarily manage the environment through self-regulation. So at NetFund, what we are trying to do is see how we can have people own the environment, and as the chair said, stop thinking of it as a government business, but think of it as our business so that they can be able to protect what is theirs. From the 2012-2013 budgets, you will see that 5% goes to environmental protection, water, and housing. Out of that same budget, only 7.7 billion out of the 1.4 trillion goes to environmental protection. We at NetFund are saying that we need to fill that gap by getting Kenyans to do what is necessary to protect the environment through self-regulation. You will notice in Vision 2030 in the Constitution, we have a lot of hope. We are talking about GDP growth, but we are also not realizing we are using natural resources that if we deplete to a certain extent, we will not be able to regenerate. When it comes to the strategic direction of the PGA, we looked at the business imperative development, which means we looked at the scope, we looked at the mission of what we wanted to achieve, we looked at the vision, we looked at the core values. In terms of organizational assessment, we looked at the environmental analysis, we looked at the industry analysis, we looked at the conservation industry, we also looked at the award industry. And what we noticed in the award industry is that we do not have an indigenous environmental award. So there was a niche there for us to fulfill. We also looked at strategic options, and we looked at operational plans where we developed initiatives, budgets, and work plans. The vision of the PGA is an environmentally responsible and motivated society, embracing best practices for a clean, healthy, and productive environment. Our mission is to promote self-regulation and best practices in environmental management. Our PGA objectives are to promote, recognize, and reward self-regulation in environmental management. The other one is to provide a high-profile platform for individuals, businesses, and other entities to showcase their commitment to environmental management. Thirdly, we want to inculcate a culture of self-regulation to achieve excellence in environmental management. And lastly, we want to promote innovative and cost-effective environmental initiatives. The players in the PGA environments are many. We have financiers, we have the media, we have corporates, we have government, we have conservationists, and all those. Our values are very simple. Our first value is resourcefulness. What we are saying is that we want everybody in their little corner in Kenya to be able to take the resources they have and manage the environment. So we are not judging people according to the resources you have, but we are judging the initiatives according to what you have done with the resources that you have. Secondly, teamwork. At NetFund, we do not get into any programs or projects without partners. So in the PGA, we have made sure we have partners, executing agencies. We have worked with Kenya Scouts Association. We have worked with the National Council of CBOs. We have also worked with the Kenya University University Students Organization. We have worked with the Kenya Secondary and Primary Schools Heads Associations. We have worked with the wildlife clubs of Kenya, and of course, we have worked with other EMCA institutions, including NEMA, PCC, and NET. And of course, we've worked with the Ministry of Environment. We wouldn't have done anything without them. Then we're also looking for people who are passionate and enthusiastic, so that when we award you, we are awarding you for something that you actually have zeal for. Lastly, we have the value of meritocracy, where we are saying we want to award the person objectively and only award those who deserve it. For some of the awards, if we did not feel that there was anybody or did not get the marks of number 1, then we do not award number 1. So we awarded according to whether you got what we wanted or not. The thematic areas of the award are environmental protection, natural resource management, and energy management. When we collected the forms, we went across the country, and we have tabulated the places where we got the most forms. In Region 1, which encompassed the coast and northeastern, we got the most from Kitui and Makueni and Taita Taveta. In Region 2, which was Rift Valley, we got from Bomet and Nakuru. The most in terms of collection of forms in Region 3, which was Central and Eastern and Nairobi, we got from Embu, Kiambu, Nairobi, and Nyandarua. In Region 4, the most came from Migori, Kisumu, and Siaya. Thank you very much. In terms of judging, I think the auditors are going to get into that. Thank you very much for coming. It's really nice to see all these people.
Let me invite the Assistant Minister, who's also very passionate, especially about young people, and especially in the area that he represents. Let's give a warm round of applause for him to just come and say a few words. The Assistant Minister in the Ministry of Environment and Mineral Resources, the Reverend Murgor. Makofi tafadhali.
Good evening. Speech by the Minister for Environment and Mineral Resources, Honorable Ambassador Chirau Ali Mwakwere, EGH, MP, Minister for Environment and Mineral Resources, on the occasion of the prestigious Green Awards Gala Night at KICC on 28th June 2012. Your Excellencies, Ambassador Joost Ranges, Embassy of the Kingdom of Netherlands, Ambassador George O'War, Permanent Secretary, Representative Kenya Mission to the United Nations Office in Nairobi, Minister Fred Gumo of Local Government and Regional Development, Assistant Ministers, Members of Parliament, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Environment and Mineral Resources, Ali D. Mohammed, National Environment Trust Fund Board of Trustees, Director General, National Environment Management Authority, and other heads of Environment and Management Coordination Act institutions, CEOs of various institutions, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Foremost, let me commend prestigious Green Awards PGA for their noble goals and objectives, among them to promote, recognize and reward self-regulating environmental management. Delighted to be associated with this great national environmental event coming on the heels of the global Rio +20 conference that was of great significance to Kenya, where a decision was made to strengthen UNEP. Unfortunately, the Nairobi office was not elevated to a World Environment Organization status that will now be an agenda for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya is endowed with a unique environment composition comprising diverse landscape which are attractive and form valuable natural resources based for livelihoods and sustainable national environment. Needless to say, the natural capital drives the economy, and as such, we need to embrace their sustainable utilization in order to secure benefits for present and future generations. However, we must also take cognizance of the fact that the country faces daunting environmental challenges. Kenya's pressing challenge will be ensuring prudent environmental management that benefits nationals and trickles to the global community. As you may already know, environmental degradation is one of the greatest threats facing our country today. This is due to the high competition for resources arising from demand by rapidly increasing population, climate change, expansion of the economy, and failure to observe the principles of sustainable utilization of resources. Further, the challenges are compounded by the inadequate provision of budgetary support for management of our environment and natural resources. For instance, in 2012-2013 budget, the sector that is environment protection, water, housing was allocated only 5% of the total budget. Official Development Association is also dwindling by the year, and this is associated with donor fatigue and economic turmoil in the development world. We have to be involved to overcome these challenges. Kenya's development values print, the Vision 2030, acknowledges the role of environment and natural resources in national development under the social pillar. To achieve the goals of Vision 2030, it will be necessary to undertake this gigantic responsibility of sustainable managing the environment for socio-economical development, and more importantly, a balance has to be maintained. The just concluded Rio +20 recommended the adoption of green economy as a basis for sustainable development. On the same vein, it recommended the transformation of redefining the Millennium Development Goals to Sustainable Development Goals. My ministry will work in tandem with line ministries to ensure the realization of these ideas for the Rio +20. The achievements so far realized in environmental management are mainly attributed to the partnership relevant stakeholders. The government recognizes and appreciates these partners and will create even better working environment so that partners can work with relevant agencies, institutions, international bodies, civil society organizations, individuals to face environmental challenges with adequate resources, strength, and resolve. We particularly need partnership and support in implementing the requirements of the Kenya's Constitution 2010. The Constitution records every Kenyan a clean, safe, and healthy environment. It is therefore incumbent upon the government to ensure the participation of wananchi to achieve this constitutional requirement. Ladies and gentlemen, the PGA provides the necessary platform for wananchi and other partners to participate in Kenya's environmental management to overcome the challenges I have mentioned. The PGA will complement the efforts of the ministry and EMCA institutions in these responsibilities in enforcing the environmental laws and regulations. Enforcing the law requires lots of resources, both finance and human. The PGA comes in handy as it tries to inculcate the voluntary and self-regulation towards the environment. EMCA 1999, Section 24 gives National Environment Trust Fund the mandate to facilitate environmental awards, hereby dubbed prestigious Green Award. We encourage NetFund to pursue this rigorously. This complementary between the EMCA institutions is plausible and encouraging. Further, the PGA provides an excellent opportunity to overcoming some of the challenges that face environmental management and conservation nationally, regionally, and globally by exploring opportunities to voluntary upscale best practices. In conclusion, I wish to congratulate both the winners of the prestigious Green Awards and those who participated in the entire process, as they have contributed positively to environmental management and make the completion of the completion a meaningful one. This includes the sponsors of various awards. Finally, I take this opportunity to thank our distinguished ambassadors and important guests who joined us in this evening to celebrate the winners and the inaugural prestigious Green Awards Gala. It is my hope that we will continue to collaborate in these environmental matters because they are global challenges. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. Ambassador, His Excellency the Ambassador George Award, the permanent representative of Kenya Mission to the UNON, on our award. So that come and say a few words to us. And as you walk up stage in a place like Nairobi or Kenya, where we invite somebody, an erstwhile member of society as a award, we give him a round of applause.
It has taken me by surprise on how NetFund had worked within a very short period to bring us all here together. I would just like to say, as Kenya Mission to UNON, will continue to support anybody, any organization that deals with the environment. We interact with most of the diplomats, donors, and everybody in the environmental field. I feel great to be here. The CEO, Assistant Minister, the Ambassador of the Kingdom of Netherlands, we thank you very much for sponsoring this function. Thank you.
short, sweet, and to the point. We thank you very much, Ambassador. Tumpigie makofi tafadhali. Thank you very much, Ambassador War. We're drawing much closer now to the awards. So let me invite the Communications and Awards Manager Net Fund, Madam Joanne Kimani, to come and give us a criteria used for nominees and awardees.
Good evening, everybody. All protocols observed. My name is Joanne Kimani. I'm the Communications and Awards Manager. And I just want to speak very briefly about the judging criteria and how we got to the winners that we will be awarding tonight. I must say congratulations to all our nominees, and also thank you very much to everybody who has turned up today to help us celebrate environmental heroes. I would just like to say that tonight, as we give the awards, we had some very strict criteria that we were meeting. As was explained, we went down to the counties. We judged at the county level. Then we did a random selection of all the projects and went visiting them. In every one of these stages, there was judging by some judges that had been trained and then carefully selected from all our stakeholders. And then after that, we had a national level judging from those that made the cut. Now, in order for you to be number one, you will have to have met certain marks or a certain score. So we have some categories that may not have number one because the mark may not have been as high. Now, the score was also arrived at from having the marks from the county level, from the field visits, and from the national level part. Now, throughout all this work, we had some very, very hard-working judges. And tonight, even as we award the nominees, we would like to recognize some of the judges who worked with us. I will mention 4 names, but I will ask Mr. Godfrey Wafula, Senior Environmental Officer of NEMA down at the coast, to come up here and represent his other 3 judges that also impressed us with their hard work. That would be Fanuel Mosago, NEMA DEO in Migori, Anne Owino, NEMA DEO in Siaya, and Veronica Maina, NEMA DEO in Kiambu. Mr. Godfrey Wafula and the other 4 I have mentioned were very important in the judging process that we went through. We had to be all over the country, and many of these judges gave up of their time and came up and joined us to do the judging and went through all those many, many entries. As you heard, we had 1,500 entries to go through, and they gave up of their time to be able to help us go through that. So congratulations, Mr. Godfrey Wafula, and others like you. We could not have done it without you. After that, now we are coming to the most important part of this award ceremony. And to start us off, we need to know who the winners are. We don't know who the winners are, and it's only Kenya Institute of Management that know this. So I will call Wangeshi Muriuki, head of the OPI Secretariat at KIM, to bring up the envelope. Thank you very much, Wangeshi.
That was smooth. For coffee for Joanne Kimani. Thank you very much, Joanne. I know you can't eat right now because you're so nervous. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the prestigious Green Awards 2012. The first category at the prestigious Green Awards 2012 is community-based organizations. Now, in this category, we have third place and second place. No organization, as Joanne had indicated, no organization qualified for first place. Let me ask, is the Honorable Magerel Langat here with us? He is. Can I ask him to come on stage, please? Tumpigie huyu mheshimiwa chipukizi makofi tafadhali. And the nominees are Philadelphia Women Crisis Center, Kirinyaga Ecosystem Project, Sotik Ecosan Project. That's what I want to hear. Teachcom, a community-based organization, and Takawiri Initiative. Third place goes to Philadelphia Women Crisis Center from Nakuru County. Makofi, tafadhali, Makofi. This women group initiative involved with waste management through reuse of paper waste for making jewelry. Congratulations. You receive a certificate. And photo opportunity, yes, for Facebook and Twitter. Let's make sure it's a certificate. Ah, yes, for Philadelphia. Well done. Makofi, tafadhali. Makofi. And also, Mheshimiwa, iko zawadi nyingine hapa for Philadelphia. A check of there's something wrong here. 100,000 shillings to upscale your projects. Well done. Makofi for Philadelphia Women Crisis Center from Nakuru County. Well done. I'm not sure that she has a Facebook or Twitter account because she'll be smiling. Mheshimiwa, thank you very much. Let's give Mheshimiwa a round of applause. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. Philadelphia Women Crisis Center is also involved in making of charcoal balls using charcoal dust and soil for their domestic users and sells the surplus to earn income for them and their family. Once again, Philadelphia Women Crisis Center. Well done. Into the second place in this community-based organization category, to present this award, please welcome Professor Micheka, the man who created the Hey! We're celebrating our heroes. He's wishing, we honor you, sir, so karibu. Karibu. Second place goes to, are you ready for this? Teachcom, a community-based organization from Kisumu County. Teachcom, Makofi. Oh, Makofi, wapi yonduru. Started in 2006, their main objective is the conservation of biodiversity, waste management, and sustainable land management. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Teachcom, community-based organization. You receive a trophy. Standing next to the legendary Professor Micheka, a trophy, and, Professor, they also receive a check of 500,000 shillings towards upscaling their projects. Well done. Well done. Thank you very much, Professor Micheka. Thank you. It's good to see you. Makofi, tafadhali. Moving on very quickly into the second category of this prestigious Green Awards 2012, and it is the individuals category. Can I ask SSP Kanyeki Director Public Complaints Administration Police. Wanakanyeki, njoo on stage. Let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate you, sir. Karibu. Let's give this gentleman a round of applause. He's the reason why a lot of us sleep very well at night. One of the people who protects us. Tumpigie makofi. Let's say Speaker Nyeke. The nominees are Afrocraft and Souvenirs, Deca Plantation, Karwa Greenbelt Movement Initiative, Nanyuki Dumping Site Rehabilitation Project, and Vetiver Grass and Soil Conservation Bioengineering. Those are the nominees. Third place of the prestigious Green Awards 2012 in the category of individuals. Third place goes to Afrocraft and Souvenirs, Washington, Gishu County. Afrocraft and Souvenirs, yes, come and get your. Tumpige makofi tafadhali, feeling a little shy. Afrocraft and Souvenirs has a unique project that involves bamboo farming for environmental conservation and income-generating activities. Tumpigie huyu mama makofi tafadhali. She receives a certificate. Lazima utoe tuone kama ni certificate ama ni check ya milioni 10 ndio niweze kuchukua hiyo check. Ni certificate, makofi. Well done, well done. Oh yes, well done. Facebook opportunity. Might not have Facebook, somebody can create it for you. And a check of 100,000 shillings to upscale your project. Makofi, tafadhali, for Afrocraft and Souvenirs. Well done. Asante sana. Bwana Kanyeki, asante sana. Tumpigie Bwana Kanyeki makofi tafadhali. Thank you. To present the award for second place, let's welcome Catherine Mwangi. Catherine Degwa, the Chief Executive Officer, NetFund. Come on, Catherine, come on. Come on stage, Catherine. By now you've lost the shyness. Let's give this powerful woman a round of applause. Such kind of people like Catherine Degwa are the ones that are going to take this country forward, especially in terms of being the world's #1 green Kenya. Round of applause for Catherine. Join me here, Catherine. Thank you very much. And second place goes to Deca Plantation, Kiambu County. Deca Plantation, Kiambu County. Uko wapi? Deca Plantation. Round of applause for Mr. Pete. Well done. You of course receive a trophy and a nice check of 500,000 shillings. Well done, well done. Thank you, Catherine. We have a first in this individual category. It's also known as the World Wildlife Foundation Golden Panda Award. And to present this award, let me invite on stage the Conservation Manager for WWF, or World Wildlife Foundation, Mr. Sam Wero. Sam. Welcome, Sam. First place goes to Nanyuki Dumping Site Rehabilitation Project. We can do better than that. Makofi for Nanyuki Dumping Site Rehab Project. This is a waste management initiative that was started to reclaim the main dumping site in Nanyuki town. Well done, well done. You receive a trophy and a certificate. And a check of 1 million shillings. Well done. And this is to be used to upscale your project. Usiende kununua kavits. Ma pro books kama 10. Well done. This project has been able to reclaim 100 acres of land and converted it to farmland for growing vegetables. It has also changed the behavior of 80 street children, and 11 have fully reformed. Makofi. They have also planted 8,000 trees around the site. Nanyuki Dumping Site Rehabilitation Project also receives an in-kind prize of water filtration system from Davis and Shutcliffe. Ladies and gentlemen, Makofi, Nanyuki Dumping Site Rehabilitation Project. Moving on very quickly into the third category at the prestigious Green Awards 2012 here at the KICC, the Commerce Grounds, into the category known as Primary Schools, also known as Sarova Pan-African Green Award. To present this award, please let me welcome on stage, and I want you to give a round of applause, Ms. Margaret Maingi, the Rooms Division Manager, Sarova Pan-African. Margaret Maingi. Hey, Maggie, welcome. The nominees are Ikawa Primary School, Kibumbu Primary School, Lomolo Primary School, Matahia Primary School, and as Eric Omoni corrected me earlier, Wajir Girls Primary School. Third place, the recipient is Lomolo Primary School. This school has been able to plant more than 35,400 trees in the school and 3 other primary schools. It has planted a sisal plantation as well. Round of applause for Lomolo Primary School. Certifying the check right there. Umeamini? Oh yes, photo op, photo op. Hatujasahau check ya 100,000 shillings. Well done. Lomolo Primary School gets a trip sponsored by Giraffe Center and 3 first aid kits sponsored by AR. Ladies and gentlemen, Lomolo Primary School, well done. Thank you, Margaret. A copy for Margaret. Thank you very much. Second place in this category. To present this award, let's give a round of applause to Mr. Edwin Wanyonyi, who's the Head Resource Mobilization, Kenya Wildlife Service. Edwin Wanyonyi. Tupigie Edwin makofi, asijama rudi akae chini. Thank you, Edwin. Karibu sana. Second place, Wajir Girls Primary School. Wajir Girls Primary School. This school is involved in environmental conservation through planting of trees under a Tree for Child program, awareness creation to parents and neighbors, weekly cleanups within the school and surrounding environs, and water conservation by water harvesting and storage. Can you imagine what's going to happen to these kids when they get into parliament or positions of leadership? Yeah. Makofi for Wajir Girls Primary School. They receive a trophy, a commemorative trophy, a certificate, and Bado, 500,000 shillings. Well done. Well done. The school has now started working on tapping solar energy by use of solar panels. This is Wajir Primary, Wajir Girls Primary. Tiari washaanza on tapping solar energy by solar panels. Their efforts have led to over 800 tree species planted, controlled dumping of waste from the surrounding community. Residents within the school enjoy fruits from the tree planted, and the students are able to enjoy cool shade for learning as compared to extreme hot conditions in the classroom. They get a trip sponsored by Giraffe Center and 3 first aid kits sponsored by AR. Ladies and gentlemen, Wajir Girls Primary School. Oh my